Chris here from AV.technology, and we're at the Integrate Trade Show on the Christie booth with Michael, familiar face to just about everybody. Thanks, Michael, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Look, just a bit of a catch-up chat. Not necessarily a product-specific chat, but like where Christie's at, what your focus is for this trade show, and what the market's, I guess, sort of telling you.
Okay, well, there's a number of things there. So, Christie really are continuing down the line of being a boutique manufacturer of developing products for solve specific problems and applications. So, we still see a strong emphasis on projection for projection mapping. We do see there is a downside in the sales and expectations of projection in things like boardrooms or educational establishments. They're going more to flat panels or these days LED. We see that's a market segment. But the other side of it is a lot of our products are heading towards control rooms and heading towards experiential centers. So things like museums are a very big business for us at the moment, as well as traditionally the theme parks.
So where microtiles has gone, like where's things at with microtiles?
So we've developed a new product, the microtile LED. So that generation is still going.
Okay.
It's still using the same concept that you have a modular system that you can build into different shapes and different formats, so you're not constrained by a 4x3 format. So that's just moved on. It used to be a rear projection cube, now it's an LED product,
Right.
but still working the same. So that's still there and still looking for that unique market space.
So where do you see growth? Like there's, you see the buzzwords about immersive experiences that kind of got introduced maybe a couple of years ago as like a possible growth area, I guess, that people, especially during COVID, were really demanding, group experiences.
Yep.
And we see that, but it's not like there's 30 of those or 50 of those in Australia. They're around, but like is it fertile ground for Christie, or what do you see? What's your view on immersive?
If you look at immersive experiences as theme park type applications, which is kind of what you suggested then, I think, if I read your question right, then I agree that in Australia it's very limited. But actually the immersive experience marketplace is growing.
Right.
And it's growing in things like we've got the Vivid Festival. Quite often you see celebrations where they'll light up City Opera House to the crowning of a new king or whatever the public event is. So it's not just about those commercial environments, but also entertaining the public, celebrating Independence Days in the US, celebrating Republic Days in places like Singapore, their National Day. So projection is still very much alive, and we're seeing more of that. We're seeing governments trying to increase the amount of outdoor experiences. I think probably to keep people in the open air and fresh, and have closed up in buildings.
So I guess what's Integrate do for you? Is it just a chance to see your regular customers, or what role does it play?
This year's a little bit unique for us insofar as it's the first time we've had a stand here in about 4 years, 4.5 years. The other thing is what COVID, when you try to look at the silver lining of COVID, what it did is it slowed down our business. It allowed us to go back and really think about what we're manufacturing and connect with our customers with what we're doing. So what you're seeing here today, every single product on here is brand new. Mm-hmm. And when it's with our software, there's a lot of enhancements to the software that developed over the slow period of COVID. So it's allowing us to meet up with people we haven't seen for a long time. It's allowing us to show off all of our products that we've developed further, or the new products we come out with. And it's allowed us to show what we're doing with pure laser, which is where we've really excelled in against the competition. Right. So it's just that reconnection.
Yeah, right. Is there we're going through a period where it's the smallest and brightest, and there's a bit of a competition in the high brightness world. But is there? I have no idea what the answer to this is, but is there a technology cap to? Do you see a ceiling as far as the brightness and size goes? Obviously, size can only get so small.
That's an interesting question. The size. As we go through the technologies, my expectation is size and weight will come down and continue to come down. And a good example of that, our 50K projector 2 years ago was twice the weight of what we've got now, and a third more of the size.
Yeah, right.
So that's just technology as it shrinks. In terms of brightness, that's an interesting question. I think the 50,000 lumen where we are now, it's probably going to be the mainstay. We will manufacture, and we can today if we wanted to manufacture brighter projectors, but we're not really seeing the need for it because 50,000 lumens is doing a pretty damn good job in most instances. So it depends on what our customers want. We're not being asked. What we're being asked more for now is can we look at 8K versus 4K? So there is that conversation's come back into the foray, and I think some of the new technologies that are coming out in signal processing are driving that. So that's probably more of a discussion versus where brightness is going to be.
Right. So outdoors or huge canvases, 8K makes sense. In what other cases does 8K make sense?
So I don't believe that outdoors on huge buildings 8K makes sense.
Okay.
I think you stack more projectors up and then you become additive in nanometer pixels. I think really the 8K is coming in where people want to show just a lot more detail, a lot more content. I'll give you a control room as an example of possibly where that is. So the market is not massive, which is why we're in that process of discussion.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting. Hey, Michael, thank you for joining me. It's been an interesting chat. Always good to catch up.
Chris, thank you for your time, and it is good to catch up.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.